This is the LEGO Mindstorms EV3 kit. This kit is meant to be an introduction basically to robotics. The kit comes as shown here and includes a lot of sensors and a programmable block. It's the EV3 block that you see here. Can be connected to your USB. You can load it up with an SD card. You can hook it directly to your PC and program it that way. It includes a couple of sensors. For instance, this is an infrared sensor that's included. It also includes a color scanner. It includes a couple of high torque, for LEGO anyway, high torque servo arms for moving some of the blocks, and then of course a big lot of Legos. Basically they're Technic style Legos that you receive. The EV3 kit itself is meant to build one of several different robots or robotic style kits. This kit is one that can be built. There's this Cobra, the Tracker, the Spiker. So as you can see, you have a couple of different options for kits that can be built straight out of the box. Most of the instructions can be found somewhere online. As far as I know, I only received instructions for the large robot that you see in the center of the screen there. The rest you can find again in a PDF file online, and then programming instructions can be found as well. Programming is done through this block style of programming. You basically drag and drop different style programs into place to give the instructions for the robot that you build to do various things. It gets way more complex than what you see here on the screen, but it's a great learning tool, a great way to introduce kids and adults even to robotics and programming. What I decided to do was take a different approach. I bought the EV3 kit and decided to try something different. I found that you could potentially build a robot that could solve a Rubik's Cube. Found the instructions online. Programming was a little different, but I was able to finally complete the kit. Took less than a day to build, not very long at all actually, maybe close to 2 hours to complete the kit. Programming took a little longer than that, but this is what the actual kit looks like. So I recently, about 3 months ago, decided to try to teach myself how to solve a Rubik's Cube. It's not very difficult to learn how to do. It's a lot of memorization of various algorithms, patterns that you have to recognize, and so this is me actually trying to solve a Rubik's Cube as fast as I can. I'm using what they call a speed cube here, so it's really loose and easy to turn. For the robot itself, the cuber, you actually have to use a standard Rubik's Cube because the colors on this cube have a fluorescent yellow. If you see the yellow here that's on this cube, it's more of a fluorescent color. The orange is more of a fluorescent color as well, and the cuber doesn't recognize that orange and that yellow, so you have to use the standard Rubik's Cube that has a standard yellow color and a standard orange color. So this is me solving. You'll see about how long it takes me to solve a cube. Again, I've only been practicing for about 3 months, so you can see how long it takes me to solve. And complete. Solve time for me is sub 3 minutes. Took me 2 minutes and 50 seconds to solve on this particular videotaped attempt. So now I'm going to erase the cuber itself. I have two Rubik's Cubes. The one on the right is an actual Rubik's Cube, the one I mentioned before that you actually have to use for the cuber to solve. And you'll see what it's starting to do is scan the cube. It's going to scan all 6 sides and locate each color. I am trying to solve in the bottom right corner, racing the computer or the Mindstorm EV3 cuber. As you can see in the background at this point, it's actually trying to solve. So it is using a holder at the top, rotating at the bottom, and is solving the cube. And it's honestly solving much faster than I am. As you can see, I've only got one side and the bottom row complete, and it is much further ahead than I am at this point. So at this point, I'm working on the second row, and you can see I think I have almost got the second row at this point. The cuber is doing very well. Alright, so I have the bottom solved and I have the first and second row solved, so now I'm going to solve for the top. And the cuber is done. So it beat me. It beat me very well. So now I just want you to see how the cuber solves on its own. So this way you can focus on how the cuber solves, what it looks like solving, and how fast it can solve. So here we are with another attempt. I'll mix up the cube and we'll start fresh. I'll zoom in just a little bit here so you can see the cuber working. Again, it's going to look at the location of each color. It starts with the center and then works a rotation. Starts with the center, rotates all the way around. So again, it's looking at every side of the cube and figuring out where every single color is on the cube. And then you'll see it pause for a second. At this point, it's working on an algorithm to solve the cube. The sensor moves back out of the way and the arm is going to just rotate at this point to solve the cube. So it's very close to the end of the solve, and it only took 1 minute and 30 seconds for the cuber to solve. On average, it takes anywhere from 70 to 85 seconds. That's where I've seen it as far as solving a mixed cube. So it's really fast. I'm going to actually work on trying to beat the cube, but what I'm going to do here for the next few videos is a rotation. I'm going to try to rotate and look through and build several of these different robots, some that are not shown here on the kit, some that are, just so you can see what's available from the Mindstorms EV3. Again, these kits can be purchased now on Amazon and eBay for around $250. You do have to get some batteries, but other than that, again, it's a great learning tool. It's a great thing to do with your children. It's fun to build. Builds only take about 2 hours, and then you get into the programming, which you can again introduce them into programming and robotics and how that all works, and then it becomes something that you can enjoy for a little while together once you have the finished product, and then you can tear it down and start again. So thanks very much for watching. Please rate and subscribe if you want to see more of these kits built, and thank you for your time.